So this is our last video on the treasures of folding furniture, portable furniture, campaign furniture from the Ajuda National Palace in Lisbon. And once again, I urge you to visit this museum. They've got some fantastic things. Look closely. As we were first being shown, there was a typical, wonderful Portuguese table. And I asked Maria, the furniture curator, if perhaps it was made for travel, not thinking that it did, but to the bottom of the legs it stretches, that looked like there were brass bolts. To my surprise, she said yes, those are removable, and they used to move the table from one part of the palace to the next, and also it wasn't uncommon for the royal family to have favourite bits of furniture and to move them from one palace to the next. So always look closely at things. If it's something you don't understand, perhaps it's a reason for the piece of furniture to dismantle or fold. Now, this set of furniture is more obviously made for travel. We've got an X-rayed leg on the table. And this is the table folded up. So one table's pretty good, two tables, fantastic. But of course, if you're going to picnic in style, you might need more than two tables. So in this bottom bag here, we've got a third table. You probably can't see it very well, but believe me, it's in there. And of course, if you've got tables, you need chairs. So there's the top rail of a chair in that bag. And we've got a chair set up here. Now, it's got an interesting action, typical X-frame as you would expect, but to fold it, the back of the seat lifts up. You've got metal strengthening hinges underneath, which fold, a metal bar to unite them at the back, also to add extra strength. And as you can see, we flat pack very easily, very neatly. But when set up, you have got still a very good looking and fashionable chair to the day. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed that we've got burn marks here. So perhaps the chair got too close to a candlestick, or they were cooking a barbecue or something. Who knows, we can only guess and surmise. But that's a little bit of its history. That's interesting to me. You want to see things like that. You want to see the story behind the piece and how it was used. I mean, that's brilliant. So let's turn this table upside down and give you a better look at the mechanism. So we have got these hook bars which strengthen it. We've also got this stretcher here, which is on a chain. And you can see here a little clip. So I'm going to go down like this, rested on my knees. So this pops out. That lifts up past the sprung hook bar. Comes out, so you've got a peg on the other end to hold it. It's on the chain, so you don't lose it. Now, if you've seen Spanish folding tables, you might recognize this sort of mechanism where you've got a large iron hook bar which unites the X-frames. So these simply undo, and this one comes out as well. If I can get it out, yep, there it is. The legs fold up, so at this end you can see you've got a tooth there which fits, just let that tip, into a little fitting here. slides it on. This one as well. They're also hinged to fold in. So you're getting very neat and tidy here. Everything folding to one side. Sorry, this is the first time I've actually folded this table, so you'll have to excuse the fact that it's not all going in order. Right, I'm not going to fold that. And then you've got a hinge here. So the top will fold in half, as you saw with the other one, and then it'll go in its bag. So probably French, around about 1900 in date, and wonderful to have one table, fantastic to have two tables, incredible to have three tables, but to have the chairs with them as well, well, campaign heaven. So that's our final video from this wonderful establishment. We've been so lucky to be given a tour behind the scenes to see hundreds of pieces of furniture folded up, to question tables that perhaps are folding, dismantle like Sorrento tables, to see trunks by makers like Hill & Millard, to see some fantastic Parisian French luggage. The day's just been a joy, and again, I urge you, if you get the chance to visit, visit.